On June 1st, the EPA announced its proposed framework seeking to create opportunities for new uses of asbestos, with the agency's Office of Pollution Prevention and Toxics announcing plans for a significant new use rule, SNUR, for the substance. So, asbestos. This is a real story. This is a real story.
This is not The Onion?
No, it's not an Onion story. This is a real story. Again, asbestos it was used decades ago, mostly in building materials. Been linked to many health conditions.
In like ceilings, they use them in ceilings. Use them in like insulation.
Yeah. I know mesothelioma. That's one condition that's been linked to this asbestos.
If you or a family member have mesothelioma,
those commercials. Yeah, those commercials, no doubt. Yeah, there's these 10 toxic chemicals right now that they're considering for reclassification to see if there can be some new uses for it. And asbestos is one of these chemicals that they're discussing right now. So they could have said, asbestos, nope. We don't want anything to do with that because we understand exactly what the risks are. But they didn't do that. Instead, they said, you know what? Okay, we're going to open up the possibility that different products can be made using asbestos. We will have to approve these new uses, but we're at least giving you the option of doing it.
It starts with
the opportunity.
It starts with asbestos. But where does it end? You know what I'm saying? Like, where does it end? Because at every step of the way, it seems like this administration is almost trying. I wouldn't say just trying. They are doing their best to ensure that they fuck up the environment, and two, they endanger the lives of Americans. Because one, they're rolling back. They're trying to roll back car emission standards. They're allowing toxic chemicals to be dumped near water sources. They've rolled back environmental regulatory rules for industry. So, and now asbestos. I mean,
asbestos, man.
We're gonna be looking like garbage pail kids in 10, 20 years.
Like I said, this is amazing. The Trump administration is defending itself from criticism though. EPA officials say that manufacturers, again, they would need EPA approval to be able to use asbestos for new uses. The problem is that any application for a new use of asbestos, it wouldn't necessarily need to consider the risks, the health risks that have been associated with asbestos. In its proposal, the agency made clear that its approach will not include consulting pre-existing information on the use of asbestos, despite the fact that its health risks as a carcinogenic substance have been widely documented.
According to the EPA's recently released report outlining its new framework for evaluating risk, it states that the agency will no longer consider the effect or presence of substances in the air, ground, or water in its risk assessments. So isn't that exactly what a risk assessment is, though?
You would consider those things.
How can you do a risk assessment without evaluating risk? That's what they just said. We will no longer be doing a risk assessment of the air, the causes and effects.
So what are they going to be looking at? The money that can be made?
That's like saying I'm about to do a shoot around without taking any shots. That's exactly what that is.
Again, what are they going to, if they're not going to be considering, like you said, the risks posed to humans, the environment, then what are you going to be considering?
Not a damn thing. They don't want to consider anything because they're trying to turn a blind eye to the damage to give themselves some more, I guess, personal moral support while they damage the planet and put everyone's health at risk. So even they have a conscience. So that shows that they have a conscience. They're trying to do everything that they can so there's no data to inform their conscience. But, I got some depleted uranium fries over here. You want some? They came with the asbestos burger and has a side of arsenic sauce. You want some?
Nah, I'm good. Again, the only thing I can think of is that it's going to have to be a company, a corporation that's big enough, that has a plan large enough that it's like, yo, Trump, we want to do something over here, but we need a little bit of asbestos. Can you give us a hand here? You know, there's money to be made. It seems like this is the kind of path that's going to be outlined, or that is already outlined. What did Trump voters want, right? They wanted a businessman.
But see, businessmen like to cut cost.
Yep.
They like to cut cost, no matter the cost.
Yeah, because they want profits.
They want profits.
All they concerned about are profits. And I'm sure there's profits to be made with asbestos. I'm sure of it. Actually, this creates a new acronym, doesn't it, for MAGA? Make asbestos
great again. That's funny.